Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Hey,
Welcome
hey, we
back to
are
Girl
here.
Chat Sports. We're here. We're back. We're alive.
Barely hanging
Well,
on.
barely hanging on. Between just everything else in life. I mean, you've
Sickness,
got
man. The sickness and stress and everything. Please do not stress
every
yourself out, you guys.
life
Just
be
observe it.
lifing. Not only are we still in a heat wave, the whole country's in a heat wave. We had an attempted assassination of number 45. Which I know y'all aren't watching the Republican National Convention, so you hopefully are tuning in because why?
Well,
Why
that's a show within itself too. It's a very eventful. It's a lot of popcorn and
not?
stuff to be
That's
had
a
watching that too.
whole thing. I don't
Yeah,
even, yeah.
that's a show
But
too.
hey, we're here. Um, there's a lot been going on, even in Vegas. Like, as officially, the Mirage Hotel and Casino has closed down. It's gonna get remodeled, and there'll be a whole new Hard Rock Hotel and Guitar Casino in place in a couple years. Um, but yeah, like the volcano is gone, the Beatles show is gone, all of our there was some great like lounges and clubs there in the early 2000s. I mean,
Social House was a good restaurant they put in there. There's a couple little good lounges. Yeah, some
Mirage is
memories, you
gone.
know. You
Some
had
good
Jet, you
memories.
had the other little club. I forgot they kept changing the name over to it, but it's time, you know. This is what Vegas does. We can't keep all the nostalgia. That's why we have a neon museum to reminisce off of, which is relocating to the art district. So that should be
I
exciting
just heard
to
that
see that.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I've been in the
great.
house all
It's
day. I'm
great.
not going nowhere. Like you be in the house and you have the AC running, and it's like, this is
There's
it.
not much more I need to be doing.
Right.
I've been to a couple. We'll get to it. We're going to talk, of course, about the WNBA, what's happening. We're going to talk about Major League Baseball. A lot's happened there. A
Yeah.
little bit of NFL. We've got WNBA news. And just some other stuff, Vegas sports, of course. But I think the only time I've been out the house is if I'm going to do like a game. Like I went to the Aces game, but I left like a little after halftime because I was like, I'm not going to sit here for this. Like I just can't. Let's get better. I went to the VGK versus Raiders Battle for Vegas, which they also included the A's this year. So it was interesting. We'll get to that later as well. But just so we all know, we are officially 14 days from the start of NFL season, which will be the Hall of Fame game. That's going to be the Texas and the Bears. 14 days, 2 weeks. We've got football back. And in 50
I'm
days,
in my Raiders today.
we've got week 1 happening.
Yeah.
So, whoo, man, I can't wait. I can't wait. Let's just
I
say
mean, I'm
that.
already
Can't
wearing my
wait.
football stuff. See, I got my Raider stuff on. I already know. The
I
energy's
already
already
know. Listen,
the
I'm
energy is
not there
already
yet,
shifted.
but I'm in the planning stages of seeing a preseason game at
Yeah,
SoFi.
the energy is shifted.
So,
You're there. I'm ready.
we got something to look forward to. I mean, not that
Yeah,
there
we do.
isn't anything to look forward to. We've got the Olympics coming up.
Yeah.
We've got Paris is happening soon. What I didn't realize is that the opening ceremonies are Friday, but actually soccer kicks off on Wednesday. So men's and women's, I think, both play on Thursday. But soccer officially kicks it off early on Wednesday. Opening ceremonies next Friday. I believe men's basketball starts on Sunday. Women's basketball, I believe, is on Monday. I tried looking at the schedule, trying to figure out track and field, trying to figure out gymnastics. Those are the ones that I want to watch too. I couldn't quite grasp and figure out what days those started, but
Yeah, I'm all
they're
up for
out
putting in
there.
the gymnastics and all the other events too, and the track and field and stuff like that. But we'll have a
Yes.
schedule coming. Don't worry. It's so much sports we're inundated with. We're in currently summer league right now. It's hot in Vegas. We've got Phoenix popping off with the WNBA officially All-Star weekend. So we got a lot to cover. We got a lot. So let's start getting into it.
There's a lot going on. It's
It
so
is.
much. So much. We got to talk
Yeah.
about Jugadores ish. Okay, so if you caught the HR, the home run derby for Major League Baseball, country singer Ingrid Andres. I don't know. I know we have Fergie, we have Roseanne Barr, but now she has made and climbed her way into the top of the worst anthems of all time. She reportedly said that she had apologized and said that she was drunk and had entered right into rehab after the performance.
That's a great publicist move. I mean, as long as she's willing to admit it, you know what I mean? And I pray that she does not really sing like that. Like, how does she get a contract? Is my question.
How did she? They said she was a Grammy Award winner.
Exactly right. So for her to sound the way she did, yeah. Publicist swooped right on in and said, "Up, we got to scoop you off to Betty Ford. Let's go."
I was like, oh, so
That's
that's
awful.
what's
Be ready.
happening.
You can't be 3 shots in thinking you can handle it. She's awfully
You
young.
can't be partying all weekend and
You just
then
can't be 3 shots in ready to sing an anthem. It's not
just
doesn't work that way.
awful.
Doesn't work that way.
Awful. I can't.
Some people can do it. She ain't one of them. So
she's definitely
really
not one of them.
I hope she gets the help she needs. If she does have a drinking problem, then this was her rock bottom, or ish, if you will. And it's safe to say that that's a decent rock bottom compared to anything else that could have happened to her tragically. So hopefully she gets the help she needs. But
hopefully that was it.
But it's baseball. This is what we do. Let's play ball.
Oh my gosh. What's up, Heather?
We've been down this road before. Hey, Heather. Shout out to Heather Reddy. Still a Chargers fan.
What's going on, JC? Thanks for tapping in. Hey, we appreciate you. Yeah, so I hope she gets the help she needs, but this is probably her biggest, her widest audience, because if she's it was in Texas, the Major League game was in Texas. So of course we had country singers that were singing the national anthem for the game, as well as the home run derby. We understood that, but this was her widest audience and she felt it. Twitter, social media, everything went wild and rampant regarding her as she sang. And how would you rank her on those top, on the worst? Do you think that she's
on the list? I don't think she's the worst, because it sounds like it was a little unintentional if she was drunk. Like I said, you go 3 shots in.
If she was drunk.
If she was drunk. That's the story she's giving. So we're going off of that. I think Rosette Barstow is number one because it was deliberate. It was pure intentionally deliberation of going in there and doing.
I give you that. So, I do think she might have surpassed Fergie, though. I don't know if Fergie's
was a whole nother level too, and they did a remix off of her. I think that still stays in the number 2 spot because she had a.
We don't. Hey, it's only been a few days. There could be a remake. There could be a remix coming.
She's in the top 5, but she didn't get trolled, and they didn't retaliate with a remix, so she's still number 2.
Oh my God!
Rank however you want. It is in one of the worst performances category, but yeah, Ferg got a remix out of it, a trolling remix.
Oh man,
it's that still ranks tops to me because that was hilarious.
Yeah. We do have an update though on Jonte Porter. Remember, he had gotten banned from the NBA completely for his gambling and his participation in this gambling for while he was playing or injured or hurt or whatever. Anyways, his sentencing is on December 18th, but he's pled to the courts to allow him to move to Greece and play basketball there. And they say it won't interfere with his legal abilities, that the team knows that he has things to do. So, I don't know, but
I thought he was getting sentenced to some years in prison.
Yeah, in December. So until then, he wants to bounce off to Greece to go play. So he wants his passport back because they took his passport. And
of course they did. That's what we're gonna do.
What is he doing though, right? Oh gosh.
That's his own problems and fault. Like, he should have never
Yeah.
But hey, if they relinquish it back to him, Godspeed. Just come back. Make sure you have somebody.
Right. How do you know he's coming back?
Track him. Make sure you're tracking him, and he's not
an extradition out of Greece.
Yeah, I don't understand how that works. Any lawyers in the house?
That's wild that he can even ask for that. But it'll be even more wild if they can approve it, but who knows? And this is not so much a Hugador, but I feel really, if this story is how it goes, Terrell Davis and his wife and 3 kids were on a plane from Denver to Orange County when apparently he said that one of his kids asked for some juice or water. The attendant didn't hear him. He tapped the attendant, and the attendant basically caused a ruckus to where even the people in front of him on the plane were curious, like wondering what was going on. By the time they landed, 6 FBI agents and authorities had come on the plane. They arrested him. He gave him the story, and then it came to find out that the attendant maybe had reported it wrong, that he had been assaulted, which I doubt was happening. But can you imagine that? I mean, your
The thing of it
kid,
is
your wife.
I read that he had asked for ice. So the only Hugadores Locust gets for that is asking for ice on a plane. If everybody knows the story of how ice is not really a good thing to ask for on a plane, that probably would not be the wisest
I mean,
choice.
this is more of
But
a
the fact that the attendant, who was a male, I believe it was a male attendant, right, was
a
screaming
male
bloody murder.
attendant, yes.
Yeah, screaming bloody murder is also just
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous, and just one of those I'm scared of the big black man kind of thing, I'm sure. So that's why we're gonna play that. But it was
Which is
unfortunate, embarrassing, and
ridiculous.
I would
Yeah.
go after the airlines if I was Terrell Davis and his family. Like, how
Absolutely. Go after the
embarrassing and
flight attendant.
how crazy is that? Yeah, the flight attendant ain't got no bread, so we're gonna go for the company, because what are they teaching you? I know
Oh
they've
yeah.
gotten rid of some DEI programs out of a lot of companies, but I think you attended the class before they left. So therefore, I'm going after the airline as well too.
That part. Take
That's
all
just
of them.
out of line. Just out of line and ridiculous.
Yes, yes, yes. Hey, what's up, Kev? How are you doing?
What's
Kevin's in
up,
the
Kev?
house. Yes, our Fuel
Yeah,
Sports
we are.
partner.
We're cool. We're inside, so that
We're
helps.
cool. We're inside. We're better.
It helps when I'm not out there on 109 degrees. I'll tell you that much.
And it's humid. That's the coldest part. I can deal with some heat up to 110, but when it's like 105, 109, and like 50% humidity, like just tap me out.
Well, it
I'm
rained. It was
done.
a thunderstorm in Blue Diamond, which is southwest of us. It rained. So this
It
humidity
rained
is going to be
earlier.
lingering for the next couple of days, which I'm kind of like, no.
And I just washed my car Monday. I know several people out there been
It's
washing. I
always
mean,
that.
it's
Always
always
that.
something. It's
Because they
always
got it
something.
over out there. We're going to get it over here. Watch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Aces hosted the Sky on Monday or Tuesday, I'm
Tuesday.
sorry.
Yeah.
The last home game of the
Break.
before the Olympic break and the All-Star break. It did not go as planned for the Aces. The
No, it
Sky
did
came
not.
out. Kennedy Carter blew up for like 34 points. No one could guard her. Kelsey Plum could not find her shot to save her life.
She
Of
scored
course,
7 points in that entire game.
yeah,
7. Did
yeah,
you look at the box score after?
I did.
Between she and Chelsea Gray, single digits, not even close to 10 points between the two of them.
I mean, we don't need all the points from Chelsea. We just need the assists mainly. But Kelsey, I mean, she was having
Now we
these
need the
20s.
points too. We need the points too. If one's
Well,
not doing the one job, the other one needs to shoot too. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not going to make excuses and carry these women. There's no excuse for what happened on Tuesday night. Watching it on TV gives you a whole different vantage point than being in the stands. Not to say that what you didn't see was credible, because it was. You
sure.
saw a loss, I saw a loss, but those girls, I don't know if they were just tired from their week, because they did have quite a few
Because
games.
they had a
They had
long
a
road
long
trip.
stretch. I'll accept that, but for the Sky to come out, and we talked about this early on in the season when we saw that Angel Reese and Cardozo were going, that the Sky was probably going to be an issue for us. Well, they
And they
proved
were
our point.
definitely an issue for Kia.
They were. Well, anybody's an issue for Kia, but this was even a bigger issue. She can't handle that woman, and nor could Asia. I mean, Asia's Asia and did the best she could, but Cardozo had her number too. Yeah. And it was kind of a back and forth thing with
and we got back into it with our bench in there. We had Sydney and Meg, and I forgot who else was in there.
Megan Gustafson. I'm sorry, Tiffany Hayes. You could be in the starting lineup. You scored. You were second to top earner in this game. You balled all the way out.
She had a game.
She had a
fast.
game.
She's
the fact that Sydney had was in there and able to have 2 steals and 3 points and get fouled and all that. And then
why did they take her out? Why did we take
her out?
Sydney's hot.
Chelsea
Defense
Gray,
was amazing.
Who's not offensively doing anything? Why?
So it was also Jackie Young bobblehead night, and they also provided a dozen roses to all the ladies that will be leaving for Paris. Of course, Asia, Kelsey and Jackie will be playing for the U.S. Olympic team. Tiffany's playing for the 3v3 team, and then Megan will be playing for the Spain team in Olympics. So those ladies got a good send-off before the game, which was great. And then, of course, the man, the myth, the legend, the R&B king, Usher baby, showed up and showed out And they even did arena karaoke, had one of his songs. He of course
cool.
sang with it too, so that was pretty cool. But yeah, Usher came out. It was pretty dope to see. It was crazy that, we know Asia's been talking about it for a while. She's been talking it since championships and wanting to have Usher there. She wants him there. Of course, they got to you saw the clip on social media of her kind of cussing out the refs because they were taking time to say hi to him before she could get her picture. We have yet to see, so I can't say it didn't happen. We have yet to see on social media that Usher had went and talked with the Aces after the game.
I don't think
However,
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either, because you know why? He was busy with the Sky. Check this
the winning team, as they deserved it. If you win, I'm going to the winner's circle. I'm not about to hang. I invite you girls to the show. I serenaded you girls. I got a great jersey from you to engage with you. I'm going to talk to Angel Reese. She is a hot topic. They won. I'm gonna be in there.
Y'all came to my concert, but now I need to see.
I'm gonna go and be on her line and tap in. This is the story right now.
Here's what we saw.
Talk to me. Talk to me. Okay. You heard what Usher said. That's what Usher said. Let's go in here. Let's go in here.
Welcome to the winner's circle. Welcome to the winner's circle. This is what winners do.
This is your prize when you win.
Celebrity. They get high five. They get group photos. They get to tap into their live with them. They get all that. That's winners. That's what they do. So welcome to the winner's circle. That was a great moment for them. He is no longer doing his residency in Vegas. He owes us nothing in Vegas. Let him do what he do. Let him do what he do. He acknowledged Asia. They talked. That's great.
Yeah, they did. That. Yeah, but we definitely
love to see it. However, they lost. So guess what? I'm going to the tunnel. I'm talking to Teaspoon.
Here's what's happening.
Up with the girls, and I'm gonna get a picture, and I'm gonna talk to Angel Reese, who is all the talk of Rookie of the Year, possibly. Like, let's get into it. He ain't done.
And I mean, it was. Listen,
that's what it is. It's no love against the Aces. Y'all lost. So do you get
and sucked at the loss was bad. It wasn't even So but we do have our thoughts and prayers with Kate Martin. She went down during the first quarter at the end. She ended up coming back during after halftime, but she wasn't suited. I mean, she had sweats on and she was still like favoring a leg. Apparently it's a right leg, a right lower leg injury. Still no word as to what that is. Hopefully it's nothing major, because we do have like a 30-day break right now. So she has time to recoup, get better. Hopefully nothing serious. Hopefully she gets back so we can get more of her. But
I know Kirsten Bell was in street clothes too, so I don't need to know what's going on with her as well.
What's crazy is that when they started the game, they announced over the intercom, they were like, and we are like, it was like not like injury free, but all of our aces are ready to play and we are no injuries. And then bam, boom. Like, let's just not say that anymore. It's like saying like, it's just
that part.
I felt that wasn't it.
Yeah.
So but of course, congratulations to Asia again from a dominant performance. Asia's Asia. I think she's
Asia.
Listen, she had 28 points, 14 rebounds. She's also the Western Conference Player of the Week. She also is the first WNBA player in history with 3 straight games of at least 20 points and 15 rebounds. So clearly she got it.
Sure.
And we got to talk about the Marie Claire.
Marie Claire. Oh my God.
Serving. Queen of the court. Listen, serving the looks. Some of the
well-deserved spread. We need to see that next level boat pop out too. But this is a great start. She looks amazing in this flawless beauty, the makeup, the outfits, everything just served great looks in this spread. So I'm gonna have to get it. And if I run into her, have her sign it, because it's really beautiful. Good to see her on that side.
Really, really nice. Beautiful. Yeah. So our Aces aren't back in Las Vegas, or do they play again until August 17th? So we literally
Right.
have about 30 days, a month until they're back in season. So we'll see them, most of them at All-Star Weekend, which is in Phoenix. Of course, they've already landed in Phoenix. We're going to get to that in a second too with the Team USA. So we'll talk about that, but they are there. Just quickly, in other Vegas news, of course, we went to the Battle for Vegas. Listen, Ryan Reeves is, I want to say he's kind of like the hockey him and Logan Thomas has got to be like the same, like the way that they just carry themselves, interact with the fans. Ryan Reeves signed every single autograph going up and down the right and left field lines.
Nice.
Every single
Revo.
person that threw something up at him, he signed it. Buckets was there. Buckets, of course, was having a great old time. Shout out to my girl Sarah I went with, but it was an amazing time. Of course, the Golden Knights won. They kicked butt. It was a great time. But they also include the A's, like Jose Canseco was there, and
Okay.
Canseco's son was there playing.
Okay.
And so a couple other MLB players and former athletics were there involved in the thing. So
Yeah, because Aviators farm team to the A's, so that
yeah.
works.
And the A's are supposedly going to be here soon.
Well, yeah, we'll
There
see
was
if
a
that
meeting
happens.
today. They still haven't found a lender for 300 million that they needed to
Absolutely
secure.
not. So they're not coming. Let's just quit saying this news because the owner has not paid his portion. Nor will he get his portion. I think we need to shop for other MLB teams. I don't know what it's going to look like, but they ain't coming. I've given up on
They're
that
still,
story.
yeah. So they're still hoping. They still hope to
Yeah, they
be
can
here
hope
in
all day.
2028, but they are not going to be in Oakland next year. They're going to be in Sacramento
Yeah,
playing
I said they playing in Sacramento right
in the
now. They
minor
keep playing in
league.
Sacramento.
They're sharing the field with two minor league teams there.
Yeah, the
So
River Cats and another one. So,
yeah,
good luck, Godspeed. But I don't see this coming to fruition. It just
I
sounds like a lot
know.
of back and forth
I
and no
know.
money's being put up for this owner. So he's got to figure
we
it
also
out.
we also got to mention the Vegas Nighthawks. So there is their last home game this Saturday. I unfortunately
Oh,
can't make it anymore, so I'm having my girl go and grab hats. Shout out Natalie because she has to get my bucket hat from there because I
yeah,
gotta
yeah,
still
because that's
have
the
it.
night of your bucket hat thing. Yeah.
Yes, but they did make the playoffs as well. So
Oh,
the
good.
Nighthawks are in the playoffs. So stay tuned. I believe some of those tickets might have already gone on sale. I didn't catch the dates yet, but they are in the playoffs. I think it starts the end of the month. So
Yeah,
keep a
I saw
lookout.
the ad for it. It's good.
But getting into the WNBA, the reason I got my hat, and this was our little gift last year for the All-Star weekend,
Yeah, I haven't
and
worn
this
mine
year
yet.
is in Phoenix, and I don't know for those that have been to All-Star Weekend for the WNBA, the ones in Vegas, it's all at Mandalay Bay, so you're not having to go outside. You can go downstairs, you can go to the fan fest, you can come up, you go to the game or whatever events, the shootings, the skills
Right,
competition, 3-point
all that.
contest, whatever. Your room, it's all right there. Not in Phoenix. And they've got to be walking out. I mean, not the players, of course, but the fans. I'm waiting to see the fans post because that heat right now, and you've got to be in downtown Phoenix walking from Fan Fest to the what's their arena called there for the Sons of Mercury? I forgot, but going to that arena. And then the Fan Fest isn't in the arena, so I'm assuming I haven't been.
I
I'm not
mean, it's no
gonna be.
different when it's a Super Bowl down there. I mean, it may be a little bit
But
cooler
the
up
Super
there,
Bowl
but
is in January, February.
February.
So
It may be a little bit cooler, but to
Phoenix
walk
in
through the city,
July.
right?
I mean,
I
it's
mean, they're gonna
Vegas.
risk it all and do it anyway. I mean, this is what they
God.
pick. This is
My
what they're
shout
gonna
out
do.
to you guys. There's no way I couldn't do it. But I do have one of my girlfriends checking in. I was like, I need the jersey. I need the orange and pink.
Yeah,
The orange and
they're
pink
trying to get
All-Star
that. Yeah, is she
jersey.
gonna go and get it?
She said she's gonna go to the thing tomorrow. I don't know if she'll make it. I don't know if all these will be off the shelves by then. We'll see. But if anybody else is out there in Phoenix, holler at me and Mo because we have a request. We have an order to place. I also know the Playa Society has a bunch of new stuff they just dropped for All-Star Weekend there, and I love their
Yeah,
WNBA gear. It's woman-owned,
it's gonna go
created.
online. I just have to keep the faith that I'm gonna hit refresh on this Friday, and something's gonna be online.
Well, you know, they got the
So,
Team USA jerseys on Nike as coming soon.
I don't want that though. I don't care for
I
that.
do
I
want
like the
I wouldn't
colorway.
mind having I wouldn't mind having like a USA jersey though.
It's
Just in case.
fine if it's the Aces. It's cool. I mean, to each his own. I
Yeah.
want the All Star stuff, the stuff
Oh,
that
I
I'm gonna
absolutely
do.
want the
The
All-Star first.
colorway
I'm
just is
just
nice on that. I mean, you can always find that Team
that
USA on
orange
eBay. We
and
can
pink.
still
It's like a
find past
sherbet.
Team
It's like
USA jerseys
sherbet.
on
It's
eBay.
beautiful.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love it. But you can find past
So
NBA Team USA jerseys online. Like that don't go nowhere. I'm talking about this colorway.
yeah,
It's different. It's unique. It's
I
a
feel like
rare, as they like to
it's
say. It's a
it's
rare
definitely
we may
different.
not want to see.
So one thing, Ionescu and Caitlin Clark both backed out of the 3-point contest. They declined to do it. So we've got Stephanie Dolson, Alicia Gray, Jonquel Jones, Marina Mabry, who just got traded to the Sun. We're going to get into that in a second too, which is crazy.
I'm
And Kayla
curious as to why
McBride.
Caitlyn dropped out of that. And I understand Sabrina because she just did one against Steph Curry, which was amazing. Why Caitlyn?
I don't know, and I
Well, we're talking about
still
her
don't
3-point
get
game
it.
forever.
We also
Okay.
have the skills challenge. Sophie Cunningham, again, Alicia Gray, Brittany Griner, Marina, and Eric Wheeler. Like, they couldn't find anybody else to join in these. Like, you've got Marina in 2 of them. You've got Gray in 2 of them. I just feel like there could have been more play. Maybe they just want the time off. I don't know. But I feel like there could have been more people vying
Well,
to
it's the
try and
same thing we
be
say with the NBA. We want certain stars to
same
participate in
thing.
certain things, and they don't.
I know.
They have
I
set the
know.
tone for this, and the girls are picking up the baton and doing the same thing. So we get what we get. But it still should be entertaining. It's tomorrow night.
Of
Catch it. I'm gonna
course.
watch it, see what it does.
Yeah, the skills are tomorrow. You're also going to see, besides Team USA being here, they got the 3v3 team here because they're going to be playing against the 3v3 2023 U23 team. So we're going to see our team of going up against the U23 team from last year. This could be interesting too.
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't know. But check out some of these shots with the ladies. They got in today. They got their jerseys. They took a bunch of shots with their jerseys on. They had their first practice at the brand new facility in Phoenix. That's the Phoenix Mercury owner put up for. We'll see some pictures in a second too. But ladies look great. They're ready. This is that new facility in Phoenix.
Oh yeah.
I think major.
How much was that?
I think it was like I don't know. I don't know. I want to say it's like $1 billion, but I can't say.
I thought they said 300 million. I could have sworn I read
300
that.
million. Yeah.
Yeah, I could have been.
But it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes.
And
Very
that's
next level
where
safeguard.
the team is practicing there. So
Yeah, that's great. I mean, our facility ain't no slouch either, but this is really nice. They deserve it.
I mean, but the sad part is it's taken what are we in year 27 now? And
Yeah,
three
we are.
teams have facilities within the last 2 years.
Well, keep it going. Let's
I
just get
hope
that
so.
viewership and keep it
I
going.
hope
Somebody
so.
wants to invest in
What's up to Cassandra? Sports News says, she said apparently Caitlin's going to Mexico with her team. Whatever. She ain't. Never mind. I don't have anything nice to say.
You know what, Cassandra? If you don't have anything nice to say, please don't say it at all.
Don't say nothing.
Like
And then she didn't. She caught herself.
You literally just
She
did
caught
that.
herself.
So.
Yeah. What's up, Sabrina? Sabrina said
Hi,
too
Sabrina.
much. I mean, it's beautiful. I don't know.
It is. It's the level.
We also had the announcement from Vanessa Bryant that there will be a Kobe 6 PE player edition for the All-Star weekend. We're not sure who will be wearing them, but they are pink with green accents.
Yeah,
so.
another shoe I won't get. Thank you, Vanessa.
Team Jordan also released the WNBA camo 3s, which supposedly are like a nod to Phoenix and the desert. But those won't be released until late summer or fall, supposedly.
Hated them. Those are not cute.
Yeah. Not the camo that I like, so I don't know. But yeah.
No, it's just a bad. I don't know what they were thinking.
we gotta talk about the Barbie doll.
Yes.
Bird is being honored with her own Barbie doll. So she is part of Mattel and Barbie's 65th anniversary celebration. It's called the Summer of Sports campaign. So her, as well as other women athletes, including Venus Williams, will be getting their own Barbie. The bird doll is the only one that's available for purchase currently. So I like it. I just wish it would have been in green and gold. Like, I get maybe it's for USA or something. I don't know.
That
but
wasn't even her Team USA look, but I guess it's for the Team USA. But
I mean, yeah, I know they can't put Team USA on there, but they could have at least put it in some green and gold. Like, This is Sue Bird. Come on.
Why they
20
couldn't
years
have the
with
Storm
one
sign off on
team.
that and just have it like for her for the Storm? Like I don't get it.
I hope they sell other outfits for her. We could change her clothes into green and gold then. I
But
hope
can we
that's
talk
the
about the
case.
likeness of this Barbie? This Barbie, particularly out of all the athletic Barbies, looks like her.
I
It
mean, she
favors
probably
her.
is the most Barbie-esque
It's probably the
person
most
either.
favored Barbie. Like it looks like her. Some of these Barbie dolls don't look like them, but this one looks like her.
Yeah, that's funny. Cassandra, the new Phoenix facility costs $100 million. Oh,
Oh,
it's not
100. I
terrible
was
then.
like, did I read 300 somewhere? But
And the owner paid all that, so
like I
yeah,
said, the owner revenue, that's what we got to do. She
it
is
is.
cute. The doll
She
is
is.
cute. It looks
It
like
is.
her. Like it really does.
It did. It looked really.
So
It looked really
cute.
much. Looked a lot like her.
It
Other
does.
thing in WNBA news is that the media rights deal is about to is in the works. Supposedly, the new deal, which is also part of the NBA's deal, which the NBA's deal is $75 billion, and they own 60%, I think, of the WNBA. The new deal for the WNBA would be $2.2 billion over 11 years, which would be like $200 million a year, up from their current $60 million a year. But in 11 years, like what happens if I don't know, I feel like in 11 years, that's a long time. There could be a lot more. I mean, think of how
Oh, we're
much
gonna
this
blow up.
sport.
It's gonna be a lot more streaming services adding on.
Right.
So that's just the springboard. It's
Right.
fine. Still a huge jump in revenue, but
Huge.
more
Hopefully that
conversation.
also means though the increase in salaries, because of course that's what
Oh yeah, one
gets
hundred
that money is
percent,
the
one
salaries
hundred
and the
percent.
media
That's
rights.
got to
So
be the thing. That's got to be the negotiating factor in that.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. We need to talk. So I can't remember the last time I saw a mid-season trade before, and we had just saw a Mabry here for Chicago, and she had something in her post-game interview and talking about, oh, I got some plans for this weekend. You're gonna see. Well, she knew about she knew about her All-Star competition, but then boom, traded to the Sun. Immediately gets into a contention for a championship with the
I
Connecticut Sun.
know. That's
Connecticut
crazy.
Sun get this bomb shooter that's going to
Right.
probably help.
Just shortly after she blew us up, but yeah.
I mean,
Crazy.
oh man. So yeah, the Sun are going to look even tougher, and Mabry. So, but we got Mariah Jefferson and the girl that had just got like the record for threes, Rachel Banham. She's going over to Chicago. We'll see how that plays out. But what was interesting too is that Mabry and Dejanay Carrington have got butt heads all year long, all season. Last season, they've been going at it. So there was a whole highlight reel of them going at each other, like, verbally and talking smack back and forth. So now they're on a team. So it'll be interesting to see what that first practice is like coming back from the break.
Well, there's business now. They're gonna have to quash all that if they want to win something.
I mean, they got to, but it's just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was a shocker for me. But we've got other midseason trades. We just got announced by Russell Westbrook. Like, I mean,
Well, in the WNBA, we haven't seen many of those.
we have it, but it seems
Russell
like
Westbrook wasn't a mid-season trade. He's his off season. You know what I mean?
He's totally off. Like, it's crazy. That's true. And so anything can happen in this business world. To my point.
Yeah, she was. I remember Mariah Jefferson. She was on one of the original Aces, and I know she was the pit of a lot of Coach Lambier's stuff.
Yeah, I say during the Lambier years.
Poor girl been traumatized.
I'm going to use Cassandra's rebuttal of all of this, and let me just. Yeah.
But I do listen, I did watch part of the Fever. I think it was yesterday, and Caitlin had 19 assists. Girls passes, like once they're on point and once the actual player she's throwing to is there, those things are magic.
She's got the top assist in the league right now. Like, she's currently number 1. So yeah, she's
just watching her play. I was just like, wow, like her, how we
played in Michelob Ultra. It was the same thing. We didn't see her shoot around a lot. She was passing the ball a lot. Like,
it's almost like she's preferring to dish it off, because like I know there was a couple times she passed it off and they just threw it right back at her. Like, no, you shoot,
right?
You shoot. So she had a huge double last night. Jewel Lloyd also passed Maya Moore for the 5th most all-time 30-point games. So that's gold
They're
mamba.
gonna keep passing records as these girls keep coming in and entering leagues, and they're up at the level they are.
It's gonna keep on getting higher and higher and higher and higher and higher.
We love it.
Yeah. Shout out to your Dodgers though.
Tail time, Teoscar Hernandez. Let's go. The first Dodger ever.
Which is crazy. I would have thought by now. I would have thought by now a Dodger would have won it.
That we really had. I mean, we would love to see Justin Turner back in the day try to do that. We would have loved to have seen my other little what's his name? A little young guy. My bison, Matt Kemp, who I thought would be my future husband. We would have loved to have seen that slug out. We would have loved to have seen quite a few of our Dodgers do that, but we didn't, and that's okay. Because the Dominican brother came through. We love you, Teo. That was and not for nothing, the last few games, he has been clutch. So this home run derby win is not surprising because he has actually got us out of some situations in a couple of games where he just came through like, what the heck?
Wow.
Good so yeah, Teo time. We all about it. Yes.
And then Shohei Ohtani hits a 3-run home run for the Dodgers for the national team.
He should have won MVP. He should have won MVP in that game. I'm sorry.
Well, they didn't win, but they didn't win. Huh? The American League won.
I know, but I still should have given it to him anyway.
I mean, he was the one person that scored points for them.
I know, that's okay. I know. I'm just being a hater. When I saw the Dodger train go, I just wanted all of us, our guys to win.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, they should just give it to him anyway for All-Star weekend. Just give him All-Star weekend.
I didn't feel as inclined to, I recorded it because I was at the Aces game, so I didn't watch it. I haven't watched it yet. I'm not really, I was more inclined last year when it was in Seattle and there was more Mariners playing. I think we only had one of our pitchers, Gilbert, was in the All-Star game. I don't even know if he pitched at all. But from what my mom says, I told my mom, I said, Mom, why don't you just come on the show? Because every night I get the Mariners rundown and she's like, we need to fire Cervais. He's doing a terrible job. And and we can't hit. And we have men on base and no one brings them home. Mom, join the show.
Isn't it funny when the moms have such an opinion? Like my mom has the same thing when it comes to the Aces and basketball and everything else, but they don't want to come on the show and show their faces.
No. I was like, Mom, you can be like our Mariners consultant. Tell us all about it.
Tell us how you feel, like for real. And they don't want to be typing terrorists on the keyboard to even chime in and join the chat. They just want to give their, and that's all I'm saying. And that's the end of it, But
shout out to the moms out there who raise sports loving women too, because listen, our moms are part of the deal. Listen, I tell you not.
Yes.
Every day it's a Mariners update.
Baseball, because they announced the 2025 schedule. March 25th, we are in Tokyo, Melissa.
Tokyo!
We are going to go to that Dodgers game.
I am down.
3 days in Tokyo.
Is in Tokyo. Ohtani is back in Japan. It's March 18th through 19th versus the Cubs.
Off our season. Let's start to.
Hey, listen, when is? Because I feel like the cherry blossoms is like what, April or is it March?
Because March 25th is the game. So it's March 25th is when the season starts.
I thought it was March 28th. Oh, March 27th.
Oh, 27th. Oh, my bad.
Yes. But I feel like cherry blossom season is right then too. Like that's a boom boom right there.
Listen, we're winning either way because we're going to Tokyo. I've never been. This will be the ultimate trip for me.
I went once and I loved it.
Plan this and coordinate this and let's go.
I'm down. But
that is going to be like the opening.
There's a lot of expats out there too. So
why not? And get my Ohtani stuff to wear and be okay.
Absolutely. So big things. Yeah, the whole schedule was released for Major League Baseball. So as if it couldn't have come in. I mean, we're already in the season and they've already announced
this
next
season. Because now you got time to save and plan. Like, thank you for doing this.
Right.
I don't want any hotels to sell out on me. I don't want any flights to be booked.
That's so wild. Let's go. So wild. Hey, so Vegas also is hosting the Summer League. Of course, the big hype is around Mr. Bronny James.
Finally scoring and showing up.
Finally had a good game or a decent game. He had 12 points. Yeah. So all I did
ever had his college career. Got to give him those props.
I mean, this is like this is like his sophomore year of college right now. So
It is. I mean,
yeah,
did we not expect? Did we expect big numbers? I wonder if the audience really
no.
expected big numbers from Bronny. I
I'm
wasn't expecting
still
big numbers
wondering
from
why.
him.
I'm still surprised at people that think he's going to be like the dominant force that his dad. I mean, give him some time, give him some years. He's
Yeah,
still,
don't rush this thing. And not to mention, remember, he's a whole season of G League before he even gets on the court with Dad. So
yeah. But he did mention that he's really looking forward to playing against his dad during practice. So like
oh,
he's
well,
ready
that'll be
to.
good. Yeah, whatever. That'll be fine.
Yeah,
That'll be cute.
it'll be cute.
Yeah, that's
But
something
it
they do
was
after
fun.
dinner anyway, right? Like, what are we talking about right
No.
now?
Have you seen some of the audio from him courtside annoying? Like he sounds just like LeBron too. Like just some of
Yeah, he
like
does.
his voice is super deep. I
Yeah,
mean, I didn't expect that out of him, but it's
me
super deep.
neither.
Yeah, it was crazy to hear him. He really does just sound
Yeah,
like
he
his
does.
dad. So it was pretty
Yeah.
cool. Like you alluded to earlier as well, Russell Westbrook out of LA, no longer a Clipper, in some kind of trade agreement with the Jazz buying him out, going to the Nuggets.
Yeah, essentially going to the Nuggets.
So how do you feel about that one?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in
I feel like
Utah
he's
though.
on
So
like this tour of teams. Like
I mean, I wouldn't want to be in Utah either. So they can buy my contract all day and let me go.
absolutely
Yeah.
not.
So I mean, I
Absolutely
know
not.
how he feels about Utah and the experiences he's experienced being on the court with fans from Utah. So that probably
Yep.
wasn't going to be the best spot for him to land. So
At
yeah, I
all.
mean, he didn't follow Pat Bev and go overseas and say this is it. He wants to keep continuing being in the league. So I
Go
mean,
for and I think there's a need for him. I think it'd be,
there is a need for him in Denver. There possibly
yeah.
is a need for him. I mean, could I
They
have seen him
haven't
going
got
to
over that
Dallas?
hump the
I
last year or
mean,
two. So,
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. I
Like you
probably would have
mentioned,
liked to have seen him go to OKC, but that's what it
right.
is.
You mentioned
Progression.
Pat Bev. I didn't even know he was like leaving the league. I didn't know he was,
He really didn't make no
retiring.
announcement about that, did they? They
It
really
was
just said
just
he
boom,
signed.
heading to Tel Aviv.
Yeah, Tel Aviv. They just said he signs to Tel Aviv. It didn't say nothing about him. Oh, I'm retiring from the league. Nothing. It was just I'm
No,
signing and going to Tel Aviv.
12 years in, the NBA decides to go to Tel Aviv. He's getting. He said he did it because they made him an offer he couldn't refuse. The offer was
Okay.
2 years for $4 million. That's like maybe $2 million a year. I think he's getting like $2 million the first year, $1 million a second, and a bonus.
And
I
they'll
just
pay.
like,
He won't have to wait. They'll give him his bread. They'll give it to him right then and there.
yeah. I mean, hey,
Hey.
whatever.
I mean,
Uh,
what sense do we have for Pat Beverly at this moment anyway in
I
sports? I mean,
mean,
he's
I
done
feel
what
like
he
he's
does.
just a podcaster now, anyway.
Yeah,
So.
like I mean,
He's
besides
a podcast from Tel Aviv.
great contribution to the world of NBA and definitely a hooper. But I mean, what else do? This is sometimes the next moves we have to make, as we
Yeah.
play out in the
Yeah.
league.
But the whole New York Knickerbockers organization has basically thanked Jalen Brunson for him basically turning down almost over $1 million for a new deal with the Knicks. He signed an extension, 4 years, 156. He could have got like the super max or
He
whatever.
could have, and he wants another person to come play. Is that why he
Yeah,
did that?
he's trying to help those Knicks get that, build around him to get that team and make it into the championship, the team
Well,
that
that's
they
very
want.
nice of him.
Very. I
So does
mean,
that mean he's
because
going to be a Knickerbocker for
there's a
life?
lot of players that don't do that in any kind of sport, whether it be
No.
football, basketball, any of that. So
No, that's what I said. It's
something you
very
don't
nice
see
of him.
too often.
Selfishly, I probably would not have done that because I played my butt off and I carried this team, and it's going to take a minute for the rebuilding. And plus, I know my owner, so I probably would have taken the money and probably gone somewhere else at the end of the day after another season. But that's just me. You do what you got to do, Jalen. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying I know who Jimmy Dolan is, and you turn down some whatever. I'd be like, I take the money when Charles Oakley can come back. I'll take the money when you stop being who you are to a certain degree.
Make it happen. Make it
Because I don't know
happen,
who they're
right?
gonna get. Like I literally don't know who else they could get to fill in those pieces. But whatever. Hey,
You
he
don't
likes
know.
it.
You
I
don't
love
know.
it. Go, Jalen.
You like it, so
Your
I
parents
love
raised you right.
it. Have you tapped into any of the Hard Rocks off season yet? The Hard Knocks.
I did not because they will make me break my phone. I did hear the latest about the owner saying if they lose Saquon, then he's not going to be able to sleep well. That's just code for saying the GM needs to be fired because he should have been fired. And to see
Listen,
all this play out with Saquon leaving and going to the Eagles like
seeing it
this is
live,
very interesting. But it's
it's
just
wild. Like,
frustrating.
here's the deal. We both had talked about how this off season, like, what are we doing? We're gonna have a hard knock, like 4 hard knock seasons a year. Like, this is crazy. I'm not watching that. And it's the Giants, blah, blah, blah. But it really has turned into something to where it's like, oh, we're seeing all the behind the scenes. We're hearing the phone calls that are taking place, whether it be in trade or contract agreements or with the
Even the
quarterbacks.
conversation with Saquon and just saying if you feel the need to shop around, go for it. We're not stopping you. Like that was just it was an uncomfortable, like even hearing that. Like
But they also had like the combine. They're showing how they were grilling like Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams on like plays and having to like it was wild. I think I've seen the first two. So I'm next up is three. I think three
maybe
is
I
when
need
they
to
fight.
tap in, but the nerve of them to grill Caleb Williams when they don't even do that to Danny Dimes is just ridiculous to me. So
They
whatever.
grill them, and when you see how, I mean, I could never be a quarterback, A, and two, the
Yeah.
quarterback's coach and offensive coordinator, just their minds are like intricately put together where it's like, how do you know all these plays, the X's and Y's, the names? I don't know, but yeah, that's a whole other story. So,
Yeah.
so far it's been good, and I've been enjoying it. So just for all those out there, if they
Yeah,
need something to watch.
yeah. Watch it. It's on Max.
In
I
case
mean,
you get
listen,
through House of
I'm
Dragons and
always
you need
tempted
something
because
else
it
to watch.
pops up on my Max, like as a thing to watch.
Yeah.
And I'm just like,
I'm just saying, do it.
I'm just not prepared
I do
for
need
it.
to
I don't
give
know.
a big shout out to the former Husky Romo Dunze. He did sign his rookie contract, 4 years, 22 million fully guaranteed. So shout out to the big dog. Of course, there's a bunch of other rookies like Caleb Williams and everybody else that signed their rookie
Right.
deals too. But most importantly is the former Husky. And so
Of course.
kudos to him.
All throughout the W, right?
Hey, Randall Cobb,
Yes.
quote unquote, retires kind of from the
And it's
NFL.
sport analyst for CFB.
13 seasons. So apparently he's joining the SEC network for next year's college football season. He'll be with them. But what his agent or what he's mentioned is that if the right opportunity comes,
He's playing.
he's playing.
Yeah, so he's
basically
semi-retired. He's just doing his little
he's retired, but the comeback is real.
semi-retired. He's semi-retired. He's not all the way out.
He's like Tom Brady. He's like, I put in this much time, but I'm gonna come back.
Yeah, semi. Yeah.
He's fishing is what he's doing. He's fishing right now.
Good luck on that, Randall Cobb. I think that's a great look for him, though, for being on sports analytics and stuff. And I hope he does well with that. I think he can speak to it very well, of course, in his position. And
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. We do got to give your Lakers some credit, though, in that they have hired. We've talked about her before.
Yes.
Lindsey Harding. We've talked about her when she was the G League Coach of the Year for the Sacramento G League team.
Right.
She is now an assistant coach for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I like this movement. I do.
I love it.
I do too.
Love it.
I just don't know how the detriment of this is all going to go down for the season. I hate that it's with our team. I love that the opportunity was given. I hate that it's with the Lakers. I wish
don't let the Laker boat go down and take her with you.
Yeah, I don't want her to get fired from. Like I just she would have been better off going with the Spurs, honestly. If they had looked at her, another Becky Hammond in the right, I would rather
any other NBA team
than this team. But I have to give the Lakers props for even making the notion and the hire happen.
Break that ceiling
even
again.
Have it be a thought and do it. Very progressive of them to do so. However, I hope it does not shoot her in the foot. Knock on. I would.
Yeah. But kudos
I don't
to
want
her.
it to. I really don't. I want to believe in this coaching staff. I think JJ Redick's doing a good job of having supporting pieces behind him. Will he listen to them? He better. And will he take her seriously? He better. So I think just doing all of that, let's see what this team can do this season. But like I said, I'm on sabbatical from them. Hopefully they
Will you give us notice when you're ready to come back?
Whatever. This is crazy. But I like the hire. I do love the hire.
Okay.
I'm happy to see that. I would rather with any other team, but yes.
Okay. Good. Any last thoughts before we closed out for today?
I gotta give a shout out to Alicia Clark because I know that when she played for the Storm, she had this nonprofit organization, and a week ago she went back and did
Children's Hospital.
Yeah, to the Children's Hospital. So shout out to our aces, Alicia Clark, on her
Yes,
give back and doing what she does best.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And for everybody out there, no matter who you think you're voting for or not, can you just go search Project 2025? Just research it, read up on
Research
it.
it and look at what go listen to the RNC and go listen to what the plans and the because they're speaking the real of what they want to do, what their intentions are
Well, there's a lot of smoke
on both ends.
screens. I mean, but
I'm sure there is, but it's not to be convincing. It's literally in your face. There is no, they don't use big words. How about that? It's very
that
easy,
part.
simple language. So you should not be able to not misinterpret what is being said. I'm just
No,
saying.
no. I meant smoke screens like having Amber Rose on there, like
Oh, well, that doesn't count. I mean, what does that matter? She did the slut walk in
unbelievable.
LA for women's empowerment, but is doing something totally polar opposite to what she's standing on. So it's all propaganda there.
It's
But just
definitely
look at
propaganda.
what the words that are being said, because there's no interpretation. There is no type of having to go to a thesaurus or dictionary to look it up. They use very simple, basic words to tell you what's up because that is their audience. So,
And look into the Supreme Court and the judges and what's going to happen.
yeah.
You're not just voting for a president, you're voting for how the Supreme Court is going to be ran for the next epitome of
For a
years.
lifetime, because they're lifetime positions, right? For the next
Lifetime
whatever years that
position.
they are alive and
And
breathing.
so this is what we're
Yeah.
going to have to do. We've already had Roe versus Wade overturned. Let's just be mindful of look at your future. Look at your kids' future.
Yeah,
Good grief.
it definitely don't do it selfishly for yourself. Do it for everyone. Like think
No.
about everyone when you're casting your vote, but do vote. That is the most important thing. How you fight is voting. So vote.
Think about your family members who are on Social Security, any parents or grandparents or anybody like that. I mean, all those things should come into question when you make this vote.
I mean,
Anyways, we'll have plenty more time to talk about that or address that.
yeah,
Yeah,
but I
so
think people will do the right thing. Do the right thing,
for sure.
and just,
And I've already reached out to Nevada now, of course, Sarah and Jerry, and everybody else
that's
there.
Jerry, miss her.
And Sue too, love
Sue.
Sue.
Oh yes,
I've let
Sue.
them know, anytime that there's a candidate or if there's a something that we know more about, a topic, a law, whatever
Yeah,
have
please
you,
enlighten us and let us
come
know.
on the
Yeah,
show. Let's
come on
talk
the show,
about it. Let's
talk
hear about it
about
because
it.
we
Yeah,
need to also use that, use our podium as a way to help share this
absolutely,
information with others. So,
absolutely.
anyways, yeah, that's it. That's our show. We
Yeah, it's
appreciate
been
y'all.
real and it's been fun, right, Mel?
It
Get
has
better,
been
by the
fun.
way. Let's all pray for
I
Mel's
know.
cold to go away.
My
Whatever.
cold's been around for a week, and I'm just like, and it's been COVID negative tested, so let's not go there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not pulling a Biden. So
He did
oh,
get
there's
COVID. He got COVID in Vegas. I
he
mean, that
got
makes
COVID in
sense.
Vegas. I know.
Sucks. Oh,
One
world out
last
there.
thing, there is a Team USA video I want to share because it's about the men's team. They have these bag tags on their backpacks and
Oh,
so
nice.
it shows what other players have had that number that they're wearing for the year this year, and it's kind of dope to see.
So who else was number 9?
Michael Jordan, Iggy, D Wade, Bron. It's a pretty good crew.
D Wade, right?
Yup, D Wade. Yup, D Wade on there.
Number 4, some good names.
Draymond Green, Kevin Garnett, Coach Kerr. That's dope. Okay.
A lot of Hall of Famers on one little bag.
Tim Duncan, Shaq, Chris Mullin, Chris Paul, James Harden, Paul George.
And myself.
Why you like number 13?
It looks like a B, but also my mom wore it in high school.
It's also a family number of mine. My father wore it. 15, Magic, Kimber, Melo.
I was given this number. I'm the young guy, so I just get thrown a number, so not a bad number to get thrown.
Oh, Penny Hardaway.
The young guy gets thrown the number that Jordan wore. Like, that's significant.
They're pretty special. Hey,
that's
I'll
pretty
take
special.
that. That's pretty special for
It
sure.
was a pretty cool
And,
video to watch.
On one last note, we want to say thoughts and prayers to the Bryant family again. We lost another NBA legend, Jelly Bean Bryant,
Yes.
Philadelphia Sixers finest, Kobe's dad. An unexpected 2024 with a lot of losses, and everybody's heard them
Richard
all.
Simmons.
Yes, Richard Simmons. We lost Shannon Doherty. I was a 90210 girl. I don't know if you
Yes,
were. I was in
and
it.
Charm.
Dylan and Brenda. We're not reunited up there. I mean, it's crazy what's going on in 2024, but yeah, rest in heaven, Jelly Bean Brian. He also lived in Vegas for quite some time, and he did have an impact to the community and certain people on our platforms that we share with Goose and those guys that have gotten the opportunity to talk to Jelly Bean. And so, yeah, very unfortunate news. That was very unexpected, but yeah, thoughts and prayers to everyone in the loss of 2024.
Wow. Listen, just loved your loved ones, loved your friends and family.
Right,
You
for
never know
real.
when it's your day, because we have seen a lot of people
Checking
just
on out.
checking out.
Checking
24
on
is that year. They're just
out.
listen. Anyways, y'all, we appreciate you. We thank you. Make sure to like,
Yes.
subscribe to our YouTube channel at Girl Chat Sports. Hit us up on social media at Girl Chat Sports, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. That's about it. We'll see you next week. Bye.
See you.